All right, Shalom. Shalom. First thing and foremost, I want to give all praises and glory and honor that's due to Yahweh Bashim, Yahweh Shah Bashim, Rakakodash. Double honors to the elders and the apostles, a great millstone. Blessings and salutations to the hopeful elect. Those in the gospel abroad, living under the standard of Yahweh Bashim, Yahweh Shai. Hey, what just happened was just spiritual as hell because I had just put up this article. It says Trump will ban U.S. downloads of Chinese app TikTok, WeChat starting September 20th. And right when I just literally refreshed the page, it says that servers are down. Okay, which shows you that the Most High is finna do away with all this social media crap, this YouTube, all this stuff is finna be on its way up out of here, man. And hey, it can be at the end of the year that the Lord decides to pull the plug on all this shit. Because honestly, you know what? From them banning our videos, shutting our pages down, giving us strikes, into all the debauchery and the wickedness that's being displayed on these different social media platforms. Enough is enough, all right? And the word is going out. The word has been out, and if you ain't got the truth at this point, it's because the Lord didn't elect you to receive the truth. Okay? And on top of that, this whole thing with TikTok, which I'm a little familiar with it, but not so much because I don't really deal with that media platforms for real like that. But I noticed that it was a lot of Israelite videos trending on the TikTok app, and that's another way of them trying to come in with the family of the word. But on the flip side of it, it's the simple fact that these people, man, they are all into the social media. And it was a documentary that came out that deals with all these social media platforms. It's called The Social Dilemma, something like that, and it's on Netflix. And I encourage brothers to watch that documentary, man. All right, because I got into like 20 minutes of it last night before I fell asleep. But the first 20 minutes of it, man, I mean, they broke the shit down like on how this has socially engineered people into just living a life of straight dependency on social media, which is nothing but the demons, man. And they basically came out and said this is nothing but magic. It's sorcery, it's witchcraft. Because if something can captivate your attention every 10 minutes by ad or pop up or by predictive programming, that shows you that you have it's causing a mental illness. It's putting demons on you. And this is the reason why social skills have been depleted this last decade or so, because Facebook, Instagram, all these apps and stuff, TikTok, people don't know how to interact with one another no more. Like if you go to the dinner table, instead of the kids having the family nights, the game nights with the parents, they on the fucking phone, man, constantly. And I've seen it countless of times, man. Watching TV or just seeing different clips. People there literally are in tune with these phones. They don't have any social skills. Like to the point of you trying to start a relationship with somebody, they judge you based on how popping your IG is, or how popular your social media or your Snapchat, whatever the hell it is you people use, they judge you on that. And if you ain't got a lot of hits on that, that determines how likely you will be. And that's nothing but a demon, man. This social experiment and all this other crap. And you know what? It's destroyed the people, especially you women. Because now this is giving women a platform to be even more narcissistic, to be bigger whores, all right, and to protect themselves. Because the simple fact, you can't go up to a woman and say, you know what, you're a whore for being on OnlyFans, because she has some type of complex about her. But you can't call me that. Why not? Because I'm popular on here. Like, what the hell I got to do with it? That's just the point I'm making. So it's this stuff is crazy. And actually, I'm glad that he's downloading this crap. But it says Trump will ban U.S. downloads of Chinese apps, TikTok, WeChat, starting September 20th. And that's shit. Wait, what's today? Today is the 18th. So that's what? 19, 20. That's Sunday. Damn. So it says people in the United States will be barred from downloading TikTok, a video sharing app, and WeChat, a popular messenger, starting on September 20th. The Commerce Department said in a press date. It says the U.S. will not force current American users to stop using the apps, but will instead prevent them from installing updates, which eventually that's going to lead to the apps crashing, because after a while, if you don't install updates due to the algorithm on your phone, a lot of times, man, the app won't work no more, all right, or it becomes slow and sluggish. So eventually they're going to cut all these platforms, and I believe they're doing it this way because they don't want to hear you people complain about if they just took your accounts. But it's going to come a time and date that the Most High going to shut all this crap down, man, from this YouTube, from this Facebook to Instagram, and quite frankly, I can't wait till you do it. I can't wait because, hey, like I said, you people are completely out of control with this. You're very narcissistic, man, and can't nobody tell you anything. You got some little drill bit Negro that work at freaking He may work at Burger King or something like that, but based on his IG, he can make himself a celebrity and look down on you thinking he's the shit. But this nigga is flipping burgers, which I'm not knocking you. A job is a job. But hey, man, don't go beyond your means than what you worth, man. You know? Same thing with these women, man. They may work at Walmart. They may be cashiers at Walmart by day and freaking IG models by night. And they got the audacity to look down and try to play off men fetishes, man. And I've seen it countless of times. And you got you simps out there that buy into the shit, you know? And really is you simps. You simps, you're the reason why this shit is blowing up the way it is. Because you're willing to go above and beyond the beck and call to appease these whores out here, you know? But it says here, but Washington also ordered Apple, Google, and other firms to make the app unavailable on their platforms within the United States. But however, the Commerce Department will not prevent these companies from offering the Chinese apps to users outside the U.S. But it says Commerce Secretary Wilbur Ross said in a statement on Friday that the bans will guarantee our national security and protect Americans from the threat of Chinese Communist Party, which that's not what it is. At the end of the day, these social media platforms are spreading forth like wildfire with truth. Next is going to be YouTube. Next is going to be the IG, Facebook, and all this other stuff, because the truth is being heavily propagated on these platforms now. All right. And it says here, protect Americans from threats of the Chinese Communist Party. And he claimed that the Chinese-owned apps collect vast swaths of data from users and are subject to mandatory cooperation with the intelligence service of the CCP. But that shows you how hypocritical Esau is, because even Google, which is pretty much an Israeli-led company, is owned by the so-called Jews. They extract data from people's phones all the time. You know, they're hacking people's phones. You giving up thousands of rights every time you consent to a permission of downloading an app. So how the hell are they gonna get mad and say, well, we need to protect national security from China, when the fact that Google, and the dude broke it down, he said, well, look, Google, man, that shit was set up to basically control you. He said, we sell ads based on the different third-party vendors, and we make money off of it. I was selling you ads. So if you click on, let's just say if you like jewelry, and you click on jewelry, then jewelry is going to pop up in all your algorithms, whether you want the YouTube or whatever site you may be. You could be looking up how to research car parts, man, and it's going to show you on the screen. All right, predictive programming. So they're already getting your information, because this phone, once you put your information in, your name, birth date, you know, your date of birth, you know, your email address, it pulls up everything it needs to know about you. It's basically you. It's basically you're locked inside of this algorithm here. It's like you or with you, so to speak. Like, you know what you're gonna do when you wake up in the morning. This phone already predicted it. Which this was a clever way of getting people desensitized to accepting the mark of the beast. Esau, boy, that dude is a straight demon. Like, but the scriptures say thou art wiser than Daniel, and it says it should cause the craft in his hand to prosper. Okay, this is a crafty ass devil, man. I mean, he figured this shit out, but it's really the Lord that allowed him to do that, because we understand that these smartphones and these different nano chips, etc., will all lead into the infrastructure of the beast system, leading to the Internet of Things, which is abbreviated IoT. All right, but it says here, it says that the Chinese Communist Party says he claims that the Chinese-owned apps collect vast swaths of data from users and are subject to mandatory cooperation. But the prohibitions against TikTok could be lifted if national security concerns are resolved by November 12th, the statement added. But it says in the executive order from August, U.S. Donald Trump gave parent company ByteDance until September 20th to sell TikTok's U.S. operations or face with a nationwide ban. But in response, it says the ByteDance sued the U.S. government last month over the proposed ban, arguing that Washington had failed to provide compelling evidence that TikTok posed a national security threat, which all this shit do. Facebook, which all this shit is led by the so-called Jews, but Facebook, Instagram, IG, Snapchat, all these algorithms, TikTok, all these are national security threats, because like I said, you're giving your data over to a third-party vendor unwillingly. All right, just when you get a cell phone and you sign up to these different services, whether it's Google Play or any of the apps you play on your phone, like you may play games, you got to give up some type of consensual information so these big tech companies can pretty much profit off your name, man. And they sell your information to these third-party vendors, and before you know it, man, your data is all over the place. And this is why you get a lot of robocalls. This is why you get a lot of unsolicited calls or unwanted emails, etc., because your information is out there. Nobody's safe. And this is one reason why they can say, well, look, we need to introduce the RFID system so we don't deal with the security breach no more. But even then, the RFID system is set up through the Internet of Things. And with any type of internet connection, you can always have a security breach. Which United States, they willingly sell their citizens' information to third-party countries anyway. They willingly give your shit over to China. So it ain't no security threat that they're worried about. They just want control. But it says here, the company has repeatedly stressed that the U.S. user data is stored domestically, but to back up Singapore, and that it has no ties to the Chinese government. But for its part, Beijing has strenuously denied any nefarious relationship with the apps, slamming the proposed ban as a way to prevent Chinese firms from competing in U.S. markets, but agreed to reports ByteDance have tentatively agreed to work with its U.S. partner, Oracle, in order to keep operations running in the United States. But however, Trump has yet to sign off on the deal. But an earlier bid by Microsoft to acquire TikTok's U.S. assets were rejected by ByteDance, all right? So basically, they're in a cyber war, so to speak, you know? But at the end of the day, man, Yahweh Hashem Yahushai is the cause of all this madness, man. And hey, he's getting ready to do away with America, man. The infrastructure is collapsing. All right. So matter of fact, I'm in the wrong precept. This is Ezekiel. Yep, this is Ezekiel 28. And I'm going to start at verses 1. It says, the word of the Lord came unto me again, saying, Son of man, say unto the prince of Tyrus, thus says the Lord Yahweh, because thy heart is lifted up, and because thou hast said, I am a power, I sit in the seat of the most and a power, and in the midst of the seas, which the seas of the people. It says, yet thou art a man and not the most high, though thou set thy heart as the heart of a power. Okay, so Esau Edom, he thinks he's God. You know, that's why the scriptures say that he covet fields by violence. If you don't comply with Esau, then hey, he's gonna bring out the sword on you. He's gonna bring out the whipping instrument. Like he's in that being spirit, like in state property. Beings say you either gonna get down or lay down, and if you weren't getting down with beings were gonna lay you down. And that's the mentality of these freaking devils, man. All right, through violence. It says here, behold, thou art wiser than Daniel, and there's no secret that they can hide from thee. That's right, because like I said, you watch that, it's called The Social Dilemma, if I'm not mistaken. That's gonna hurt a lot of people's feelings, because you're gonna realize that you've been duped into an algorithm or into some type of social media platform. You've been duped to make you think that you have some type of importance or say so in the world, but really they just sold you out. All right, but a lot of you people don't care because you're so brain dead anyway. You don't care as long as you can post a selfie showing your body off, you know, as long as you can put a video up there you acting in some folly. You don't give a damn about what Esau was doing. You just want to live out your last 20 seconds in America and being on bullshit, man. That's all you care about. And that's why the Most High got a hefty destruction for the people of Babylon, man. Starting with you Israelites first. All right. It says there's no secret that they can hide from thee. That's right, because this man wants everything. He's in everything and everyone. You know, from the smartphone you buy to the smart TV you buy, from the car you buy to the bank cards you swipe. This man wants a piece of it, man. There's nothing they can hide from you. He knows what you're doing at all times, man. You know, it's predictive programming. Your cell phone already know what you're going to ask it to do before you even do it, because it's programmed based on your personality, man. They look at the things you click on. They look at the things that you watch. You know, if you watch a lot of Sesame Streets, then you're going to be getting a lot of ads from cartoon providers, etc. You watch a lot of martial arts, then, you know, you're going to get a lot of advertisement on martial arts. Like on my YouTube page, I get a lot of advertisement for anime and samurai arts, man. Why? Because I like the martial arts. So they already know what I like. You see, that's a damn witch. That's a demon, man. And it says, in thy wisdom and with thy understanding thou hast gotten thee riches, and thou hast gotten gold and silver into thy treasure. And by great wisdom and by thy traffic. All right, when you think of traffic, you think of the flow to and fro. Like slavery, that was considered traffic. That's why they called it human trafficking. All right, because it's constantly moving from one vineyard to the next. And it says, and by thy traffic thou hast increased thy riches, and thy heart is lifted up because of thy riches. That's right. It says, therefore thus says the Lord Yahweh, because thou hast set thy heart as the heart of the Most High, behold, I will bring strangers upon thee in the terror of the nations, and they shall draw their swords against the beauty of thy wisdom, and they should defile thy brightness, and they shall bring thee down to the pit, and thou shalt die the deaths of them that are slain in the midst of the seas, man. This is why these older nations are coming against you. This is why we read that part of the Chinese government. They're suing United States because of it. Because you're sitting up here falsifying information against these people, man. You know? Showing you that your New World Order is not going to work, man. All right? You can forget about that. All right? Because we know that your apps and your TikToks and all that other crap, we know that, man, that's all done through the elites, and we already know it's sorcery. Because if anything captivates your interest outside of normal living, then that shows you that's a demon, man. And we all got them demons on us, you know. But hey, your cell phone has become part of your livelihood. You take it everywhere you go. You take it in the bathroom when you're taking a piss, man. But back in the day, we didn't have that problem, you know. We didn't have cell phones. But now you feel more burdensome with these devices in your hand because, hey, you trip if you miss a call or text message. This is the reason why people get into accidents on the highways, because motherfuckers texting and driving, man. You'd be surprised on how much you see that and how many accidents are caused because such discrepancies, man. You know? But anyway, this is the book of Psalm 64 and 5. It says, they encourage themselves in an evil matter, and they commune of laying snares privately, saying who should see them. And they search out iniquities, and they accomplish a diligent search, and both the inward thought of everyone in their heart is deep, okay? Their mindset, they got think tanks. You know, they got these particular bots that sit back and do social experiments on people's mindset, and they incorporate that into their algorithms, man, and then it captivates you. Like, they basically give you likes, and they send you people to like your shit based on how popular you may be. If you're a very social person, then a lot of times you get a lot of attention on that, you know. And sometimes, man, you can be out there, but they might not promote your account like that, so therefore you could be posting things, but it might not be out there where people can see it. So a lot of times you may get, you know, fewer views or however you want to call it. You know, this man is crafty as hell, you know, but hey, it's gonna work against him. All right, because this is the book of Job 5 and 12. It says, he disappointed the devices of the crafty, so that their hands cannot perform their enterprise. That's the New World Order, right? But the scriptures refer to this man as being crafty. All right, because that's what a serpent is very crafty and subtle. All right, so anyway, this is the book of Psalms 10 and 2. It says, the wicked in his pride doth persecute the poor, but let them be taken in the devices which they have imagined. Right, this TikTok shit, all these different algorithms, they are being taken in that. Because the biggest thing he did was really to destroy the Israelites, because he's giving the Israelite woman a bigger platform to propagate our whoredom, you know. And that's why you can't tell a black woman anything, because if she's social media popular, hey, she thinks she's the shit. But yet she's nothing but a low-down skeezer, man. But you tell her that, then all hell will break loose, because of her mindset. She's been falsely led to believe that she's more important than what she really is, based on this fucking fake-ass social media that you people pride yourselves in, man. Like me, I don't like social. I hate it. You know what I'm saying? But I get on this because I got to curse you people out, you know? But nonetheless, I can care less about Facebook or Instagram. I could care less about all that fucking bullshit, man. You know? And brothers, man, you should care less about that stuff, because really you don't need that stuff. But, you know, brothers deal with it just because, you know, some brothers push the truth on it. Which, hey, get the word out. But anyway, this is the book of Daniel 12 and 4, and I'm going to shut it down. It says, but thou, O Daniel, shut up the words and seal the book even to the time of the end. And many should run to and fro, and knowledge shall be increased. Okay? It's technology here. This is what you're seeing. This is knowledge being increased, man. This is basically a Ouija board, a crystal ball wrapped up in a form of a square device, man. You know? But anyway, with that, all praises and glory and honor that's due to Yahweh Bashim, Yahweh Shai Bashim Rakakodash. Double honors to the elders, the apostles, a great millstone, and blessings and salutations to the hopeful life. And with that, shalom.